Alright guys, we got us a car accident at Chinaberry Street, Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa. This is Chinaberry in Yucaipa. You have somebody in the back of the ambulance here. It's like a bad one too. Walk around over here. Get the vehicles. I don't care about the person in the ambulance. I mean, I care, but I don't care to get them on the camera. Oh, they're in the back of the ambulance. We're gonna walk over here and get the cars. Apparently somebody got in a hurry. Somebody needed to get over. They didn't make it. So, ouch. That's the end result. There. He's in a bad mood. So you got a car here. This guy here's in a bad mood. He drove up behind me when I turned around and his truck was there. It's like, damn dude, you drove up behind me and I waved at him and he looked at me like he wanted to punch me or something. So he must be having a bad day. Of course me, I'm not these days I'm not one to be pushed around anyway. I don't know, I digress. But yeah, no, he got all pissed off. And I said, dude, you drove right up behind me. What are you pissed off at me for? There's no car here when I walked up. So it looks like this one here may have been crossing from here over. This one was coming up the boulevard and T-boned this one, spinning him around, and he landed here facing the opposite direction that he was headed. So you can see the cops saying the same thing. This guy over here is glaring at me. I'm waiting for him to walk over here. Here we go. Here we go, guys. We're going to get some contact. Well, this guy's in a bad mood. I'm just waiting for him to walk over here and say something. Another ambulance. Yeah, he keeps glaring at me. If looks could kill, I'd be bruised right now. That guy's got That guy's in a bad mood. So I didn't get the person in the ambulance. There's no reason to do that. I'm just getting the accident in and of itself. The deputies are working the accident, waiting on one of these fire people to come over and go, yo, dude. Hoopa, man. Hoopa. Hoopa, man. No, he's talking. See what he says here. You see they have body cameras now. And I would like to think that part of that decision was based on us cop watchers recording the police, because for a long time, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, the county did not want to pay for the body cameras because there's a lot that goes into it, not just the equipment, but when I say equipment, I mean the body cameras themselves, but also the hardware and software, I guess, to store the data from the cameras, because you have to store the data, you have to store so much data, and then you have to maintain it, because let's say you recorded a robbery where a deputy had to use a baton or a taser. Now you have to keep that body camera footage through the court case, you know, the prosecution of the crime, for evidence, all of that. So for a long time, San Bernardino County didn't want to pay for body cameras for all that reasons. It's just there's so much money that goes into maintaining them and their data and so forth. But then eventually the sheriff got it pushed through to where they got them approved. I think it might have even been Sheriff Dicus. I say might have because I don't know if Sheriff McMahon at all tried to get body cameras or brought up that conversation at all. But Sheriff Dicus was the, how do I say it, reigning sheriff, the king on the throne, I don't know, however you say it. He was the current sheriff when the body cameras got approved and deputies started getting them. But I would like to think that, you know, part of that decision was based on cop watching and our videos, that we record the police, and they said, why don't we record ourselves? You know, why don't we get our own cameras, etc., etc. And so they eventually did, and now they have them. However, like I've said about police body cameras, and I'll say about myself now, is that my camera doesn't have hardware or software malfunctions. My video data doesn't get corrupted. And I'm pretty honest and forthright about the content that I create from these videos. Does that make sense? I don't like try to create a narrative around it. I'm just putting up what happened, man. That's what happened. There you go. You guys decide what your narrative might be or what the narrative might be for you. For me, I'm just putting it up, and that's what happened. There you go. You know? So they parked here, and then they walked over here, and probably going to 7-Eleven to get a Big Gulp or something. They're going to the hospital with one on board. Animal control is here. Animal care and control came by, I guess, just in case there was a dog in one of these cars. And that's the worst department ever in the county. I'll tell you that right now. Animal care and control is the worst run. The most despicable job that I've ever had animal control. You want to talk about crooked, you want to talk about tyranny, you want to talk about blue line shoulder to shoulder, animal control. And granted, I haven't been with animal control for a long time, since probably 2006. So it's been almost 20 years. But he's pointing at me because she just looked over here. The guy said something and pointed, and she looked back across over here right at me. Yeah, when I was with animal control, man, you were either part of the group or you were an outcast. Well, I was an outcast because I wasn't part of the group, if you will. I'll give you an example. They had one where this guy, his dog kept getting out, and he had received a couple citations, you know, for his dog getting out. It was kind of a troublesome dog, mean dog. Well, they had a particular call where his dog was tied up. He had it in the backyard. It was on a leash. It was on a chain or whatever. I don't remember if it was a leash or an actual chain, but it had a collar and it was in the backyard, contained. And somebody's little chihuahua got out and started running around the neighborhood causing havoc. And that dude in the green shirt keeps looking over here. So I had to go out there. I was called, a stray dog running loose. And the people who called on the guy whose dog was contained. So I went, and when I got there, his dog was like contained. Like, it wasn't out. The little chihuahua was. He was running. The little chihuahua tried to bite me twice. He was an ankle biter, for real, trying to bite my ankle. I'm not joking. So, but no, that little dog kept running up trying to bite me. So I ended up getting him cornered, and I grabbed the chihuahua, put him in my animal control truck, and there was these ladies who were pissed off, man. They wanted to fight because I took the little dog. They said, "What about that guy's dog over there?" And so they called in and said, you know, I was doing wrong and I was causing problems. My boss calls. He goes, "What's going on out there?" I go, "Well, little dog's running loose, yada yada." He goes, "No, the people at this address, you need to check their dog is." I said, "Their dog's contained, dude. Like it's not going. It's in the backyard. It's been here the whole time." I said, "The problem is the little chihuahua's running loose. It keeps going in that guy's yard." So I grabbed the chihuahua. He's loose in the street. "All right, well, you need to go to those people and you need to check their dog license. If the dog license is expired or whatever, you need to give them a citation." And I'm thinking, this dude didn't even break the law. Like, he's the victim, sort of, because the dogs are, you know. And my boss is like, "Yeah, but look, they're the problem. That's a problem house. So you need to go." And it's basically doing what cops do, you know, profiling. And I got pissed off about it. And I went to the guy, I go, "Man, my boss wants me to check your dog license." And it was current. And then he asked me why I was taking the chihuahua. I said, "Because it's running loose and trying to bite people." I said, "And I'm going to take it. And if you have to write me up or whatever, do it. I'm doing my job." And after that, he started targeting me, his lieutenant, because I wasn't, quote, unquote, part of the group. You know what I mean? I wasn't part of the game. So I ended up just quitting that job. Worst department I've ever worked in, ever. So it looks like the other car was able to drive off. He just drove off. I just noticed that. Where'd he go? I just noticed he was gone. The one with the front end damage is gone. So he was able to drive off. This car is not going anywhere. So they're waiting on 1185 to come out and tow it. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut loose. I got things to do.